Why are we back already, Abby?
Because I'm too excited to stop.
Is it because you've been thinking about nothing else
all day
since you saw the dress?
Yes.
Is that why?
Yes. Yes, basically. Let me retweet you.
Right.
Where are you?
Who am I?
Where are you?
I'm on Twitter.
I know. I don't know.
Oh, Scary Book number 4's out tomorrow.
I'm excited.
Oh,
Okay.
give me energy.
Yeah, I've got gin. I'm having a drink. Wait!
What?
Oh yes. No, I am in the right place. For some reason I thought I wasn't in the right place then.
I can't have tea.
Yes you can. I'm picking up milk first thing in the morning.
Oh, are you?
Yes. Hold on, let me lower the volume a little. It's too loud. And it'll be super echoey for you. Okay. I'm just going to wait for Dave to come back.
What does that music sound like? It's something that's like right on the tip of the tongue.
Well, it sounds like something that's in the old game, I think. Okay. I can give Tifa some more stuff. Some.
Hello everybody! Oh wait, I don't know if anyone's watching because I've neglected thus far to open the chat.
You've neglected.
I've simply neglected. Sorry everybody, if there's anybody here, I'm unaware of what you're saying, and what's more, I'll never be able to read it. Because I have yet to log in and I don't think it backlogs the chat, as it were. So give me a mo while I just do log in. I'm opening my computer.
Ooh.
And, if you heard that, my trousers. I've undone my trousers a bit there. Because I've just had a big bowl of chili.
It weren't that big.
No, it wasn't actually. It was just the right amount.
Yeah.
And wasn't it nice?
It was very nice.
Okay, so twitch.tv and I guess Demon Tomato. I'm not sure exactly where you're supposed to go to get your own chat, so I'll just go to the broadcast. I'm sure they've probably got a special place, but
yeah.
I don't know it, so I'm going to the... Oh, that's right, you're still in the dress. Oh, that's
We're
right.
A team of
you're in a
ladies.
dodgy sexual dungeon.
Yeah, yeah. And not like a good sexy dungeon. A bad sexy dungeon.
Yeah.
This is a kind of like 50 Shades dungeon as opposed to a Sunstone dungeon.
Maid's already here and says, Dave, undoing his
Hello.
trousers as his wife explores the sex dungeon.
Yes.
Blum, blum. Right, sorry, I'm turning the music off to figure out what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
Do 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 do. Blum, blum, blum.
Well?
It's like, ooh, it's from. I've heard it recently. I want to say it's from an old game or cartoon.
Cody's giving you the
Suppose I
look that I'm
could
giving
just
you.
be thinking of the,
Well?
you know, Dancer Sugar Plum Fairy.
Maybe.
I don't think I am.
You know you're into this.
Are we all going to go beat up
Oh well.
a horrible, horrible man?
I know it was in the original game, but I didn't get this far. Well,
No.
actually, that's not true. I did get this far, but
You
haven't.
did get this far.
But not enough to learn the music. No, I'm thinking of something recent.
Well,
Oh,
Mr.
it's right on
Dolphin
the tip
is
of
like way after this.
I know.
So you know Mr. Dolphin well enough.
Yeah, because we sat there singing Mr. Dolphin along with it. Da, 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 Mr. Dolphin! Hope Mr. Dolphin's in this.
Count. No, I won't be on this one.
No, but I mean in the remake.
I imagine he'll be in
Although,
this.
I mean, honestly, at this point, like, the idea of thinking they're even going to do them all, like, that'd be another 15 years of, like, more.
I love that.
It might be decades of them bringing out Final Fantasy VII now, and
Maybe.
I just don't trust them to, like... It's going to be at least 5 parts long, and after part 3, the team's all going to be disbanded, and
Oh,
like
don't say that.
someone else is going to buy the license and then shut it down or something. You know, it always happens. Okay, Amative says, I'm guessing you didn't get the scroll back. I didn't. Hello.
Time to line up for the dawn. look kind of familiar.
Oh,
We haven't met before, have we?
he's in the Colosseum
What's the Colosseum?
when we fought the Hell House.
Oh.
He was one of the
Was he one of the hosts?
hosts.
All
Yeah.
right. Y'all good to go? So let's do this thing.
You're really
Introducing
dumb.
Wall Market's most eligible bachelor, the one and only Don Corneo.
I mean, I understand they're now converting this to PS5. That might mean something.
Ew!
Oh no, I don't like him.
Oh, he's even worse.
Whichever one shall I pick?
Oh, he's on. Ew.
Shall I
Ew.
pick you? Or maybe you? Yeah.
I don't like you, Don.
No one likes Don.
I think we should depose Don.
You like the muscles? I like the muscles too. Oh, his belly wobbles. They gave him jiggle
Oh,
physics.
yeah! I've got it! I've got it! Today's bride to be is...
Robotnik.
Plan tomorrow's or the day after's, if the Don takes a shine to you.
Pathetic. Huh? Hey, which one of you said that? Was it you?
Ugh, that look of disdain.
Ooh, you got a mouth on you. I'm going to enjoy breaking it in.
Is it
Today's
Robotnik?
lucky lady is the big bone
Listen to
girl.
him.
Huh? Still pretty hard to get. I can dig it. Oh yeah. The leftovers are all yours.
Ew!
Maeve says someone
No!
really went extra for animating his horrid hair.
His horrid hair and his horrid. Ew!
Don't be shy,
No.
little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
Get a load of this.
No need to play coy. Nobody here. but
Don't
you
say
and
it's
me.
Robotnik.
Oh, you're even cuter than I thought. Back off. Ooh! This
He's
kid
not
got
even trying.
claws. I love it.
It's like, oh my god, his belly! Ew!
that? Don't you worry your pretty little head. Just a picture to preserve.
Ugh! Yuck.
And to ensure you don't do anything inappropriate like say no.
Asshole.
Oh, sorry, Rennie.
Oh,
No!
I haven't changed anything. Oh, wait. Actually, I might.
Hey, y'all fellas, we got guests, and y'all got first crack at entertaining them.
Oh no!
Courtesy of the ever-generous Don Corneo himself. Never forget, the Don provides.
Yeah.
Okay, I've made sure absolutely nothing's happening with the internet
Oh,
on my
right.
computer now. So
Okay. Are we a bit iffy then?
So,
yeah, Rennie was getting some stuttering.
Get to it.
Yeah. I guess I'm good to go whenever. How about you, Shiva?
Snooping as usual, I see, Cloud.
Four guys between us. Okay, let's not keep Cloud waiting.
What do you mean Robotnik's never been horny, Maeve?
Wait,
Can I get some adventures watched?
I know you. The Colosseum. What the hell? Stupid. Wait.
Oh, she was so happy about hitting that guy with a chair.
Good job, Eric. It was nothing compared to you.
Yeah. See? Tifa's up for a high five. Oh.
Andrea filled me in on the situation.
Hey.
I come bearing gifts.
Bum,
I'll
bum, 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 bum.
do what I can to clean this
Big
up.
sword.
Just finish the job.
Oh, I'm glad everyone hates Don Corneo.
Thank you.
Bum, 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 bum.
Friends for life.
Okay, let's go rescue Cloud.
Friends for
That
life.
one's that.
Friends for life. Shush. Shut up. And maybe girlfriends. I don't care about canon.
Ow.
Is he tea too hot?
No, I just clunked myself in the teeth with it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Eva, come on. I'm excited.
Man, I'd love to put some quality time because like that. Bet they're going at it right now. Lucky bastard.
Yep, we're going at it. Mako,
Going
wait.
at it.
Got this. All set.
Biff!
Tifa and Aerith going at it.
Tifa's really fun to play as though.
Just go away.
Ooh, Sorcerer's Storm?
I'd keep my distance if I were you.
Yeah, she does
Oh,
that.
yeah, it's a storm, yeah, okay, yeah.
How dare you try and knife me?
Gotcha. Got that. No surprises there.
Oh, it is.
Yep, you did. Anything I can steal? Aw. There's his cute little run. Okay. I don't like the moppy music now. Ooh, item. Let's have that. Fury ring, nice.
Fury ring.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's
Sorry,
like my
Tifa.
wedding ring where the edges are really sharp and cut into your finger.
Where do we go? Where do we go?
I wonder what I can do about that. I might have to, like, you know, like swap it for a different ring. It's quite painful and that's why I never wear it.
Well, where do I go?
Back up the
Came-
stairs, right?
Is it?
Well, it must be. There's only the
I
secret
came
area.
from-
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's upstairs, Granny.
Okay. Well, I had to go beat up those guys. Ooh. I bet there's something in here.
It's a good soundtrack, this one.
Yes.
You could just listen to it and enjoy it.
Are there more men to beat up? Or are there secrets?
To beat up.
How dare you make a little spot like this? Oh, I guess this is where we were waiting when when they gassed us.
Oh, yeah.
But they could have hidden some materia in there at least.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, what's our sound levels like,
Yeah.
people at home? We're all people at home, but you know what I mean. Can you hear us?
Let's go in. Oh, more people to beat up.
There we go.
It's your turn. Let me handle it.
No.
See, this is a bit Sonic-y as well. This is
Yeah.
like, what, Sonic Colours-y?
Could be, yeah.
It's something.
There's something Sonic Adventure about it as well. Do you remember the fun fair level?
Yeah,
The
very
sort of
written
racetrack?
Oh. No, I didn't like that track, and I like this one.
No, this is nice.
Yeah, so you're just thinking it's a bit Twinkle Parky.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah.
You ready? That's it. You're up. Here goes.
Or Siege was saying it is a bit Sonic Colours-y, and then helped out with the
That's a
acknowledging, with the identifying of the bit. One of those.
Maybe this is a door I could open? Are there any secrets in here? Should check. I don't want to miss things. Yeah. Let's go around here. Come on, Aries.
Finished editing
Run for it.
this weekend Sonic today.
Oh, it's
everybody.
the dungeon.
I don't know if you've been noticing, if you listen to Sonic the Comic the podcast, what I've been doing with the Knuckles theme over the last few episodes, which is that Knuckles has got his own series now in the comic, and it's set in Carnival Night Zone. So I took the Carnival Night Zone music, and I took the word Knuckles.
Don't stop! Tell me what a bad boy I
I'll
am!
tell you in a minute.
Yes, I am! Here I come, baby!
Somebody tell me who plays this guy.
Hey, who the hell gave you permission to do that?
I
Why
definitely
don't you
recognise
get in
him.
here and teach this bitch some manners?
Sorry, but your
Wait,
boys
I can just do it
have
myself. I've got a
some
computer on my
manners.
laptop.
Yeah.
What the?
Cloud, your clothes.
He's still beautiful.
So you're a man, huh? What are you three up to?
We'll ask the questions. Like, why'd you have men in Sector 7 asking about Avalanche?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. Let's try again. Why did you have men in Sector 7
Tifa.
asking about Avalanche? Spill the beans. Or
I'll cut him off.
Yes.
All right, I'll talk. Some guy with a gun for an arm. I was paid to find him.
Right, what's this guy called?
by who?
Don Corneo.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't tell you that. They'd hunt me down like a dog.
Well, you better. Because if you don't, I'll rip them off.
Yeah. You tell him.
It was the director of public security, Heidegger. It was Heidegger.
Shinra! And what were they planning?
Some things are better left unsaid, you know.
See, I'm not so sure they are. Better keep talking.
Or I'll smash them.
Oh.
All right, you got me.
Oh, he's so
I could
gross.
never say no to a sexy girl. Since Avalanche blew up 2 reactors, Shinra's decided they ought to stamp them out, home base and all. And I mean stamp out. By
Oh, his hair
targeting
is
the
so
support
nasty.
pillar and blowing it up.
The pillar?
Did I stutter? The plate will come crashing down. It'll be Sector 6 all over again. I'm sure you've been there and seen the wreckage for yourself. So you know exactly what Sector 7's gonna look like.
They wouldn't.
Come on, guys. We gotta go.
Before you do,
No.
please, this won't take long. As everyone knows, villains only divulge their plans in a certain situation.
Bah.
But what is that situation?
This is in the old one as well.
Is it?
Yeah. Not this great. Oh, damn it! I should have answered. I didn't. I was watching his animation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It wouldn't make a
Time's
difference.
up.
Oh, it might.
No!
The answer lies
I know they've already
in
won.
the sewers.
Trap door. Ugh.
Enjoy the sights and smells.
God, it's gonna be like 4 games until I can finally beat him up. How's the chat?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Let's see what the chat is like. I was just looking on that guy's IMDb.
Oh, here he is.
Are we on schedule?
Hee hee hee.
The Turks
She did the
are
foot on bed thing.
Yes, there will be no delays.
Please, Mr. President.
Choose,
It's this guy.
Consider. No.
choose who you help up carefully.
The
It
Sector
might
7
determine a
Undercity
later
is home to more than
cutscene. Nothing bad
50,000
will happen. It's just for variable content. Who you help up?
It's Director Twisty.
At least let us
Hey.
issue a warning, sir.
stench of the director's cowardice fills the room yet again.
Reeve. Progress requires sacrifice. Learn to live with it.
Okay, so you're going to decide who is the best girl, and you're going to help them up. And nothing bad will happen based on the decision, but it'll just...
How am I supposed to
focus
figure
on
that out?
something. I don't know.
When I love them both.
My memory is that you were more on Tifa.
I am a bit more Tifa.
Yeah. But that was before this game, where they've
I
really...
love them both.
Yeah.
Where in the...
But it's all unrequited romance, you know? At the end of the day.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not real, so you're not going to be able to...
Shush!
Damn, it reeks.
Okay, look. Tifa's my first mate.
Tifa?
Cloud.
Where's
We
your
have to
makeup?
go back to the slums right now.
Yeah.
I didn't want to drag Aerith into all this.
She'll understand.
How do you two know each other?
Don't miss a chest
saved her.
with a weapon in it somewhere
She
here
saved
in
me.
the sewers.
Round
Okay.
and round it goes.
See you later, Rennie.
That's all there is to it.
Bye!
Sure there isn't something else going on? Damn it.
Oh boy. Alright. Let's see how this goes.
But you're good at fighting now, you've got that house.
I vaguely remember this doing watery things in your game.
Okay, so...
He looks amazing! Wow! Very Dark Souls.
You bet. Bring it on.
Okay,
Don't overdo it.
let's go with Tifa.
Bobby Bopper. Bobble.
It's on you.
I got
Let's scan you.
He's that guy.
Oh, cool!
Dum 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 dum.
Let's do it.
I just showed Abby
Fire
the
weakness.
character that he plays in
Okay.
Star Trek Lower Decks, which I watched a couple of episodes of recently. Oh, it's too fast.
Make it hot. I'll show you what I can do.
What does that mean?
This one's for you.
I don't like that this bit is strings. That should be like fluty things.
Get a barrier on yourself, love.
It's on you.
I'm coming.
Right, this bit of the music I have issues with.
Okay.
Because they just go up. They just go ba 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 ba. It doesn't do that. It goes like ba 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 bum bum ba, and then the next instruments come in with the ba 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 ba, and then the next ones come in. It's like a back and forth in the original version, whereas in this they just get one big clump of instruments and then they can go all the way up. I'm not keen on that.
Okay.
I might have got it wrong exactly how it goes in the original, but it's like in different ears and everything. Or at least it is on the PC version, which is what I had. I know a lot of people think the PC version was just like the music in it was rubbish, but it wasn't. the reason that opinion prevails is because nobody knew that they provided a special soft synth with it. We were also supposed to install that made it sound great. But most people just let it play through their normal card, so obviously that wasn't as good. Oh dear.
Just a little should help.
This one's for you!
Come on, Harry.
Okay. You! What the?
That's no good.
Does depend on your sound card, yeah. I mean, I certainly sympathise with people whose opinion is that the original is the best. Like, I'm not saying it's not. And also, yeah, it is annoying that in those days, depending on what particular sound card you had bought, it was a completely different synthesizer that it would play through. But that's why they gave you the soft synth, so that it would sound the same for everybody, and real good. And it really did sound really, really good. And I've never seen anyone upload it anywhere. Like, I think there was one person who did upload it to YouTube, but it wasn't the original. It was like an even better one. They'd found some other soft synth that was like roughly the same, probably another Yamaha one, but better or something. And they played it all through that sound font or something. But no. I want to hear what it actually went like. Oh, here's the other thing that's better about it. Right, so while I'm on it, in this track, there's a lot of bits where there's a drum roll. It's this one coming up here. There was a drum roll, right? On the original one, it's just... But on the PC one, I don't know if I can do this with my mouth, it's like... Like they roll it down and then up again. They play with the volume. And it's better. It is better. There's no reason they couldn't have done that on the PlayStation. They just, don't know, just didn't think of it until making the... You know? Oh god, yeah. Maybe saying you don't get much variety in the way sound cards play MIDIs anymore, and the default MIDI drivers on modern systems are rubbish. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they all just sound like they sound like the, you know, not quite the worst ones that we had when Final Fantasy VII came out, but like the okay ones that we had, not the good ones. I had an OR32, says Maeve, when I was wee, and stuff generally sounded great on that. Yeah, I remember that name. OR32.
I remember you like helping me mess with the sound leaving to get it good.
Yeah, you had some trouble with it, didn't you?
I had a lot of trouble with the sound on mine.
Yeah, I wonder why that was.
Oh boy.
I mean, maybe it just couldn't run it very well, because I was running Final Fantasy VII on what was at the time a decent PC. I got it in '98, and that was when the game came out, so it was like, oh no, game might come out 97.
Sorry, but
I'm going to settle that Final Fantasy story. Let me take my headphones off.
Yes.
So, this game, or rather the original, it always reminds me of this one holiday. Me and Abby were, like, you know, not living together yet. We were teenagers. And, so, anyway, Abby got Final Fantasy VII, and she was telling me all about it.
No.
I mean, I'd already heard a lot about it from just, you know, teenagers on the internet and stuff, but Abby was telling me about it. And she loved it, and she was encouraging me to get it. So I bore that in mind. And then my family went off to a holiday in, I don't know where, in the UK anyway. It's some town somewhere in the UK. And we, for a week. And on about what must have been the first day of the holiday, we went into the town that we were staying nearest, and they had a games shop, and they had Final Fantasy VII for the PC. And I have a vague sense of the layout of this shop was like walking through a tunnel. I don't know why. Isn't that weird? But that's my memory. That you go up a couple of steps. There's all games in the doorway. Dad's gone in with me. And then you're walking between these two glass cases with just stuff in, and that's it. And then there's like, that's the whole shop. But anyway, they had Final Fantasy VII there. And my memory is that they had it in the doorway, and I'd you know, reached up and brought the box down myself. Well, that can't be true, but anyway. So I've got this game, and I'm sat there for a week, which when you're 15 is a long time. staring at this, just peering at. Well, I must have been 16. I don't know, 15, 16. Well, I'm peering at this. Must have been 15, and I just can't play it. There's no, you know, I haven't got. There's no laptops or anything. You know, they existed, but like we didn't have any. And
You okay?
so all I've got is the little booklet that came with it. And even though it was a big box PC game, it didn't have a big cool manual. It just had like the little, you know, normal little booklet you would get in the CD, I think. Oh dear, Aerith's dead. I didn't notice that.
What?
Oh dear, Aerith's dead. Didn't notice
You
that.
carry on telling your story. I have to fight.
Alright. So I'm going over here because it seems to be that I'm annoying Abby. So, when I said going over here, I just leaned in another direction.
Sure. However I can help.
So there I am, peering at this, like looking through the manual. There's a picture of Cloud, and it says who he is. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to play this. Tiny little screenshots that I'm squinting at, trying to figure out what they're even of, because it's such a low resolution. You know, just literally the dots that it's printed with are too low resolution to see what they're of. And I remember that holiday. I was just so excited about that, and I was trying to teach myself to paint. I've got some gouache paints which Abby had taught me to get, and I couldn't figure them out. So I'm drawing these cartoons, trying to colour them in. It's not working.
You'll feel better in a second.
And I can't contact Abby. And normally I'm on the phone to Abby all the time for ages and ages. And Dad has got a mobile phone at this point, which is, you know, an extravagance. I don't mean, you know, he paid a lot of money and got an extravagant phone. What I mean is, for my dad, who enjoyed technology but was never an early adopter, it was sort of a last resort to finally buy a phone. So he had one of those ones, you know, the ones that had Snake on or whatever. But for us, for our family, that was extravagance, and it wouldn't work. There was no connection there at all. I bet we're in, I don't know, wherever we were, there was big hills and everything, and there was just no phone reception anywhere. So I explored the local, just, you know, area where we were. And a few roads away, there was this phone box. So I went to the phone box and I phoned Abby up with lots of 50p's in hand, and we just chatted, and we were just on the phone for like ages. And I was in that phone box for like more than an hour, multiple times a week. Like I went down there a few times. And one time I noticed, as I was talking to Abby, I noticed there was this little man standing far away, like in a spooky way. Imagine if you look up and there's this figure just standing like a distance away.
Oh, you're joking!
You're right. No. You know, across the road, but like far away. There was just this figure in the distance, and I was like, "Oh, weird! He's just standing there. I bet he's waiting for someone." And I go back to chatting to Abby, and then absolutely ages later, oh dear, sorry, Abby. Absolutely ages later, I look up again from chatting to Abby, and this figure's still there, and I'm going like, is that a person, or is that just like a cut-out figure? Like, what's going on? It's spooky. Night is falling. It's getting darker. There's this shadowy figure there. That can't be true because it was the middle of summer, but that's what it felt like anyway. And I go back to talking to Abby, and anyway, ages later, the guy, I look up and he's there. He's at the other side of the glass, and he goes, "Excuse me, but some other people want to make phone calls, you know." All right, and I'm, you know, now okay, I get it. Like, I wish he'd have said earlier, because instead of just standing there, I'd have given him the phone like straight away. So I made a point of saying to Abby, "Okay, I'm just going to call you on the one down the road," and then I just went and called her back on a different one nearby. But finally, I get home after that holiday, and gosh, I must have met Abby very soon after I got on the internet, because it was only about 1 year that we had this little janky PC, and you know, it could just about do things. It had a 56k modem, and it had It had MMX technology, so you could run the game pod, but you couldn't do much with it. Like, it would barely run Sonic CD. And, so... But it did meet the specs that I needed to play Final Fantasy VII. So I plug it in, I put the disc in, I fire it up, and they should not have said that that computer would be able to run it. Like, maybe they didn't, and I just didn't understand all the numbers. But, like, it was not running. Like, imagine... I genuinely think that it was running at 1 frame a second, if that. And it was one of the games, I think the way that that game worked was that it was like frame rate and CPU rate were tied together or something. So in other words, if it's only running at 1 frame a second, you are seeing every frame. It's not that you're seeing Cloud, you know, suddenly appear halfway across the room. No, he's 1 pixel moved on the next time the screen refreshes. There was just no way. It could not be played. And that was that. That was it. All that waiting, nothing. Didn't get anything out of it. And then, the following year, for my birthday, I was given a PC. It wasn't exactly for my birthday. I think it was more so that my dad could get a go on the PC. Because he bought it for himself, you know, and the family, but he bought it for himself. And wasn't quite aware of the effect the internet was going to have on a 15-year-old at that time. It was like, no, Dad, you don't understand. Like, if I'm not on the computer, my friends disappear. This is really very important for me to be on a computer at all times. So, yeah, I got my own PC, and in my room. And this one could run Final Fantasy VII like a dream, and it could run... I might have got Planescape Torment that birthday as well.
I think you did.
Yeah. So that was what I had. I had a new PC with Final Fantasy VII and Planescape Torment. Frankly, it's a wonder I ever needed anything else ever again. I mean, in fact, I don't really remember getting many more games, because that was all you needed. I got Theme Park World. I got... I don't mean on that birthday. I mean ever in the whole time that I had this PC. What? Oh, Worms Armageddon, obviously. Sonic R, obviously. But not many. And,
One more shot.
After you.
I'll show you what I can do.
that's it, that's my story. There you go, the end.
I'll take care of you. Stop it!
Great.
If anyone is giving any advice in the chat, please tell me, Dave.
Right, okay, I will. They're not, but could somebody give Abby some advice as to what she's supposed to do about this boss? Meanwhile, Mickey Husky has said, Dave's interesting stories.
Yeah, sorry I've gone quiet. I'm just figuring this one out.
Maeve says, my first PC had an onboard sound card that could do ad-lib okay and wavetable midis in a really horrible out-of-tune manner, but also had an OR32, which is to this day what midis are meant to sound like in my head. No, I think that was the peak of it. I remember that's what people used to talk about, if you've got an OR32. I think, and also there was an OR64, but was that one of those things where it actually wasn't as good or something? And then, what was the other one? Sound Blaster that people would get. Computer Active magazine, beloved of my parents, says Dr. Fruitbat, gave Final Fantasy VII PC a 1-star review. It could not have been more transparently written by a PC gamer furious at a perfidious console game invading his space if it tried. That's not fair. That is not a fair review. It's really good. I tell you what, though, it was not optimized. Like, apart from the thing about the CPUs, it even was like there was something weird about the controls. So it was like press. It didn't say like press, you know, triangle or whatever, but it did say it sort of, because it knew you didn't have a triangle button. It just sort of made up names for keys. So it was like press the action button for this, and you're going, well, what's that? Do do do. Yeah, but.
Watch yourself. I should probably heal up first.
Oh, the all cards were Sound Blaster, right? Okay, I'm going to do some looking up of this. What's it called? Abzu.
Can't remember.
It's called Abzu. Oh dear.
One
I
more
think
shot.
our own Abzu might be getting a bit grumpy.
Oh, wait.
Sorry.
What the? Everything's
Hop dibble 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 boo.
I'll take care of you.
A flibble dibble doo. A flubble dibble doo. Flibble dibble daw. Oh blah blah blah. Dibble dibble doo. Right, I'm just waiting for millions of pop-ups and adverts to try and load on this, fail because of ad blocker, but also still like change where all the text is.
You're still doing
Okay,
okay,
now I've
right?
got to whitelist them. Oh no. Bum bum. Dum do. Wobble. Begin the fight.
Do that.
Begin the fight by focusing fire attacks like Piraga on one of Abzu's horns. Hitting it hard will instantly inflict pressured status, causing Abzu to dance around, leaving it open to additional attacks, before it jumps into the sewer channel to douse the flames. Abzu might crouch on the wall during the fight in order to prepare the Pounce attack. Pounce is unblockable and will inflict bound on whoever it hits, as Abzu deals repeating heavy blows on them. Run diagonally away from Abzu and dodge to avoid getting hit. The timing on avoiding the attack can be a bit tricky, so if you have difficulty avoiding it, keep ATB charges in reserve to have your other party members cast Curaga, or use high potions and mega potions on the bound character. As soon as you're summoned
I used up my
That's it.
ATB charge anyway.
And catch. One more shot. Get him.
As soon as your summon charges, bring Ifrit into the battle,
You'll feel better in a second.
and target Abzu's horns with Crimson Dive or Radiant Plume. As long as Ifrit is out, use your healer's ATB charges to keep the party topped up, and use melee attacks on your other two characters, burning their ATB charges on Ifrit's powerful fire attacks. Kuraga is more powerful, but the MP cost is steep, so focus on Ifrit for now, as his commands cost nothing but ATB. Well, you might have to die and then start again.
Maybe.
From time to time, Abzu will charge a Backwash ability. Backwash Spout will cause small whirlwinds of poison water to erupt around the battle arena.
It's a bad one.
I'm
So
here.
run to avoid them and have your healer use Poisoner/Antidotes on whomever doesn't have a Star Pendant
Right,
equipped.
yeah. Clearly, I have not set myself up for this fight. I'll just let... Oh, wait. There you go. Let's do this. Yes, I apologize for the grumpy
You
sounding.
having a grump?
I'm not grumping, I'm just concentrating and you're just like blathering.
Oh, you're grumping.
Blathering away. Grumpy bum. No, we'll do this.
Okay, so do I need to look up...
Just go back to chat. It's fine. I'm good.
So you know what sort of stuff you want to
Yeah.
equip.
Yes.
Here's all of its, like...
It's fine. It's fine. You don't need to do that.
Oh
no. Okay, that's a...
Amative says the walkthrough I just found recommends using Tifa, specifically her Unbridled Strength ability, paired with her Triangle Uppercut attack.
Cool. Okay. Let's have that. Oh, I don't think I have one of those star things. Oh well. That's alright. Sorry guys, I'm being quiet again.
Yeah, same. I just can't think of anything to talk about now.
What? You can talk about that.
About what?
You know, as first playing this. and
Oh, I
stuff.
finished.
Well.
Now I'm just looking through that guy's IMDb. Do. I haven't even got past 2017 yet. He's got quite a catalogue.
What else should I put on?
He did the voice of Darth Vader on Star Tours.
Eh? What? Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Hey everybody, this is a stream, and we are
Sorry.
interesting enough to make streams. Yeah, here we are sitting silently. Do. I'll stop looking at his. I'll stop looking at his
Pants.
pants. I'll stop looking at his pants. IMDb is the word I was looking for. Not really a word. But it's what I was looking for. I've gone a bit weary.
You can't already be a bit weary.
I can.
Can't believe you.
Well, I've eaten a big tea.
Okay. Let's try this. Let's give it another go, shall we? No! I'm in skip. No! I'm in skip! Oh, that's the worst thing is I keep pressing the wrong bloody buttons.
Well, that's a silly thing to do.
Yes!
Okay. So, the tips from the chat are... Use Tifa, specifically her unbridled strength ability paired with her triangular uppercut attack. Not her triangle, that's a stupid thing to say. Her triangle button uppercut attack. Also, all but fire. Abzu is weak to fire. Burn his house down.
Right. Get his normal.
Siege Feathers suggests, you know whoever designed this battle?
Yeah.
You should sue her.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go. I'm fine now. Yep.
Way.
Okay.
Dum dum. Yep. No, we've not had Wednesday yet. Through back. We're still at the end of Tuesday, and
Yeah! Not amazing.
quite looking forward to Wednesday. You know, it might be alright, mightn't it?
See how it goes.
Yeah. There's no point in assuming that. There's no point in assuming bad things. So let's assume good things and work from there. In which case, tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be nice.
Yep.
Oh, you never know. Flippy-dibby-doo. Oh, I've just had a very good idea of what I'm going to do. This is a really stellar idea, like, you don't even understand.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
You know what?
What are you gonna do?
I'm heading to Fridgewood's.
Oh, I know what he's gonna do. I know what he's gonna do, guys.
Yeah.
Why don't you lead the way?
He's off to get himself some chocolate.
No God.
Ha ha ha! Screw you, stupid horn.
The other day, we had a hangout on Sunday night, and I became I reached my limit break. Because there's something that I've been denying myself for a whole year now. And that is what I've got here in my hand.
I'm coming.
It is a red bounty. Because red bounties, ladies and gentlemen, being a bounty, the chocolate bar with the coconut in, they're usually blue wrappers. But connoisseurs know that the red bounty, the dark chocolate bounty, is slightly better. I don't know why, can't explain why. Just is, the balance of flavours is superior. And, you know, dark chocolate, you keep it in the fridge, you get that satisfying crunch as advertised on Magnum adverts. You get that.
Good crunch.
but you can't get red bounties from supermarkets, and therefore you can't get them in a pandemic. You can't order them from the supermarket. You can't suggest your friend get it when they go to the supermarket to get groceries for you. They're not on Deliveroo. They might be on Deliveroo, actually. Okay. Do you know what? I haven't looked very hard, but they're not on Deliveroo. You only used to get them at corner shops and stuff. You used to have to go into little corner shops to get them. So I have ordered a box of 5. Only 5, just to start with. You can get boxes of 25. But I thought I'd start small. And I've got one right here. Here it is right now. What's the best before on this? Yeah, you see it's April, so if I buy a box of 25, I really have to know I'm going to eat quite a lot of them. Now, I feel as if I can make that statement fairly confidently. But
I'll show you what I can do.
I am now going to eat my first Red Bounty, one of my favourite chocolate bar.
Go on.
For the first time in at least a year. I don't even know when it was, because it's not as if, you know, everything we don't do anymore from the pandemic we were doing the day before the pandemic. Yum! I remember.
Good luck. I'm coming.
No, there we go. That's the stuff.
Bring it. Taking over.
My instinct is to try and cut off his tail. See if I get a weapon.
Yum!
Calling fire.
Get him.
Now.
All set.
Oh, it's certainly doable, Siege. It's just a question of... I don't want to decrease the value of a bounty by eating them all the time, you know? But at the same time, not having eaten one at all for a year is a bit much.
Here we go.
Mind you, I used to eat one every week whenever I would come to comic night with you.
Yeah.
Watch yourself. So it's my turn?
Oh dear. Here we go.
I'm feeling pretty weak.
Pretty wee.
One more shot.
I love her little spinny jump. Damn it!
I love a little spinny jump, spinny jump. I love a little spinny jump, spinny jump. A little spinny jump, a funny little jump. A little funny jump that is spinny.
Oh no, he's doing that. Nope.
Oh,
Now you're ready for it.
Yeah, that just ruins you. Oh boy. Let's try summoning. Oh no, Shiva!
Have fun.
You're no good. Whoops. No. Oh no.
oh no.
Who's distracting Shiva? Oh no.
I'll be back with you in a minute, Chad.
Oh. Oh my god.
Yum!
Oh, have I got to do my materia again? I want to beat him.
Yum! Oh, hello, Shammers. Okay, so Jeremy says, I've recently started filling recipes under winter and summer labels just to make them more special. Oh, sorry, filing recipes. Oh, so you have like... You just eat kinds of food at different times of year. God, that's interesting. Yeah. I don't think that's for me, because I'll just start to miss everything. And I know that's kind of the point. But it's a cool idea, though, and I like it. doing alright, Shamus. Shamus just says, how you guys doing today?
Hi, we're good.
Yeah, what you been doing today?
I have been working on some stuff for the Phoenix today.
Do you know about the Phoenix? The Phoenix is a weekly comic that Abby is a regular artist in.
Yay.
And
it's awesome.
That's extremely good news. That's extremely good news because we've wanted Abby to be on the Phoenix for, well, since it came out, which was when?
Oh gosh, years ago now.
Absolutely flipping years ago. And now she is.
Yep.
And they're like,
awesome. It's a great job.
And they're like, oh, she's really good. So that worked out. Excuse me. But that's what Abby's been doing today. I've been doing editing. I finished this weekend's episode of STCTP, Sonic the Comic, the podcast. So that's going to come out soon. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you what I've been doing with the Knuckles theme. So Knuckles has a strip in STCTP at the moment. It's set in the Carnival Night Zone. So I've been using the Carnival Night theme tune, and then I took the word Knuckles out of the phrase "Knock Knock It's Knuckles," out of Unknown for Me, out of Sonic Adventure 1, and I found a karaoke, not a karaoke, the other version, an isolated voice version, and I made it so that so the way that the music starts is that it has a little intro, and then there's a splashy sound effect, and then there's silence, and then the music comes back in. So in the silence, I put Knuckles going, Knuckles. Well, every episode, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've been changing the positioning of the word Knuckles so that it's in slightly funnier places every time. And this weekend's version is like the silliest one. All I was going to do was I was going to make the joke was going to be that he was going to say it a little bit too late after the music had already kicked in, but instead of that, I did something really silly. So you've got that to look forward to. Yeah, Shamas, do look for the Phoenix, although it's difficult to find. You won't just find... Well, you won't have a pandemic anyway, that's where to go, but it's a subscription-based thing. But, I mean, look, it's mostly a kid's comic. If you don't have any kids, or don't know any kids, it's not going to be vitally important for you. But I still recommend it. I think it's really good. What it is it's like... It's like the dream. It's like the dream of what comics should be. It comes out every week. It's full colour. It's jam-packed. But what it is it's just like full of loads of different strips. And some of them are joke strips. And some of them are ongoing stories. And some of them are serious. And some of them really cartoony. And it's just a grab bag of just different people making different comics. They're all really good. It's so good. And the thing is, like, here in the UK, we used to have loads of comics when me and Abby were kids. They were just... The shelves were completely smothered with them. Half of them were brilliant. The other half were still fine and good, and you enjoyed them. And it was just this absolutely thriving comics industry of the sort that I've only ever even heard of. Like, when people talk about what the Japanese comic industry is like. Now, if it was up to me, we'd have the fabled phone book... comic collection omnibus things to read every month or week or whatever it is. We don't, but we have the Phoenix. It's the closest thing, and it's just fabulous. It's just really, really great. Ablu-ba-dee-ba-doo-ba-doo. Mickey says, oh, that's where Knuckles comes from. I thought it was you or Chris saying it. Yeah, no, it's the bloke saying, knock, knock, it's Knuckles. And I just cut out the word Knuckles. Maeve is singing Knuckles, Knuckles to the theme of Map Men. Knuckles, 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 Knuckles. Yeah, Shaman's used to get the Beano each week. Exactly. And the Beano's still out. But this is a sort of Super Beano. It's good. Hello, Renee. Knuckles. Siege Feathers has successfully said in text what I'm not going to be very successful at saying out loud. Knuckle-lesbian.
Everyone, run over here.
Blah, 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 blah. Alif Mackett said a while ago 2015-ish, which was maybe a guess of when the Phoenix had been out. But no, I think it's much longer than that. I think it might even be like, you know,
Sure, however I can help.
2000 and something. You know, it might be 2000 and anywhere between 5 and 8. I don't know. That's all guesswork, though. I don't actually know.
Just taking a little break.
We'll get through this. Feel the heat.
Now, when I say the Phoenix is a sort of super Beano, that's not to denigrate the Beano. To me, the Beano should be a smaller affair. It should be, I mean, ideally, and I know it's not ever going to be this again, it should be, like, you know, no more than 20p. And it should be, you know, printed on terrible newsprint and everything so that it's disposable and you just automatically buy it whenever you see it. But, you know, there's no way of doing that anymore, so I'm sure it's like
Sorry, but you handle it.
at least, you know, £2 or something. I don't know how much it is. But it should always be small and fun and silly, whereas the Phoenix has some stuff in it that's like big and grand and not much. I think it's mostly a funny comic, and then there's some serious stories in it now and then.
Okay,
Let's switch it up.
I'll take over.
What Abby does in it is something called oh God, what's it called? Claire, Justice Ninja, and Claire is this little girl who has a little boy who's a sidekick, and she's just like really aggrieved by any small injustice that she ever sees, and it's all things like, so like, oh no, I nearly described the one that Abby's drawing at the moment, but that's probably not supposed to do that. Well, I think, was it the first one you did was where she's got really cross about people putting chuddy everywhere. Sorry, chewing gum. She didn't grow up in the Midlands.
No, I didn't.
Not like me and you lot, not like all my listeners. And so she gets super annoyed about an injustice, and then she, you know, goes and she hatches some elaborate plan to stop it, and it's usually a bit of egg on her face or whatever. Anyway, it's good. Oh, apparently Shannon says in Northwest Wales they used to be called chuds. Apparently not in South Wales. Vladimir says, I recently I had an absurdly huge collection of Beanos back in the day. I've got quite a big one now. There was my best friend for a while at primary school was a collector of the Beano, and that was what he did. He actively collected the Beano, and he had like a one of those empty like apple crates, the cardboard boxes that you used to get from the supermarket, full of Beanos. Well, I've now got one because I kept some Beanos, just, you know, influenced by him. But also, there was a load of Beanos in my parents' attic when we moved in there in the 80s. Just somebody had left some Beanos in there, so I've got some old Beanos. I've got this big box full of old Beanos, and then also old Beanos, but that I just think of as Beanos. And then, yeah, I want to get them out soon and have a look through them, because that'd be wicked. Blah 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 blah. Maeve says the Beano was 35p when I started buying it, and it probably only just reached 45p a couple of years later when I stopped buying it. $3.99 now. You see, that's much. That's a bit much. I think they should reduce the honest, and I mean this. This is not. This is going to sound like I'm
sorry, guys.
Don't worry about it. I think they should reduce the quality of the printing in the Beano, the paper quality, the print quality, because you don't need that. Print quality is not what you need out of throwaway, fun, silly comics. But then I think that about all comics. I want all comics. Back in a minute.
What? Where are you going? Alright. Sorry. Sorry everyone, I'm not doing very well
Don't worry,
here.
you don't have to narrate to them. They'll
Okay, well, I think I saved after the last mess about. Oh dear. This is where I find out that I'm not very good at the fighting. And I've realised instead of fixing the poison, I was pressing the wrong thing the whole time.
Let's get this over with.
For you! Bring it! Sorry. Come on!
Okay. Part 1. Is it worth me using so much MP on this?
No escape. Here we go.
Maybe not.
Go
Take
on!
the lead.
So it's my turn? Tagging out!
My turn.
Haha, oh you missed.
Get ready.
Come on,
It's on you.
get your magic up.
Just go away! Go on!
Hit the wrong one.
Get him! They're down! Hit! Bingo! One more shot!
There we go.
Let's make it hot! On for you! Yeah! Get him! Hang in there!
Nope, missed.
I'll take care of him.
Here it comes.
Oops.
It's your turn.
I got this. All right.
Okay, so that poisons me.
What a pain.
There.
No holding back. Let's get this over with. Keep it together.
Let me handle this. It's on you. I'm coming. Get him. Here he comes. One more shot. I'll take care of you.
Sorry for the concentration, everyone.
Why don't you lead the way?
Let's do this.
Just go away.
No escape.
Whoops.
It's on you.
I got
Any
this.
time now.
So it's my turn? This one's for you! Tagging out!
Hang back.
Oh, dang it.
The lead.
All set!
Come on, Harry.
Watch yourself. I'll show you what I can do. Bring it! Stay strong, okay?
Great. Second wave.
Just go away! Get him! Go on!
Don't overdo it.
Let me handle it. I'll take care of him. You can do it!
I got this.
Okay, let's go.
Will you all come over here? Thank you.
You're up. Here goes.
Right. Get the boy in.
We're counting on you.
There's my boy. You do a pray. You smack him. To him, bud.
I'll take care of you. Can you take over for me?
back.
Really soft.
Get ready.
Come on. One more shot.
Any last words?
Ah, they look so cool. Did I miss? No! That's so annoying. Right.
Calling fire.
Gonna be a jerk.
Shit. Stay back. Just go away.
Right. I think this is a good time to chuck that on you. Let's have an ether. Num 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 num. Okay, I might be doing alright, Dave.
Oh yeah. I've almost two of it.
There's not two of them,
Oh, that's-
one of
you
them's
summoned
my
something.
summon.
Dum dum
Go
dum.
on, Ifrit, smack him.
Yes, it for
If
it.
it-
Said it for it.
If anyone's been yelling at me in the chat to do a certain thing, you can tell me.
Okay, let's have a look.
I've not been able to look. Tifa,
Dum 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 ba ba
you big
boom.
fire.
Stay strong, okay? Feel the
Blah 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 boo.
for you. Just go away.
Okay, so back just when I disappeared, Mickey Husky was saying, "You can do it, Abby. So close." Ooh. Vladimir said, "My first Beano was 65p, I think."
It's on you.
Rennie
So
said,
it's my
"Ah,"
turn?
a reaction to everyone dying. Shammers says, "There's something nostalgic about the terrible paper comics used to be on." Yeah, there is. It was better.
You can do it.
Because it was cheaper, and that was fine, and nobody minded. So it was cheaper to purchase. Mavis discovered it was £2.75, not more. Alif Mackett says, "Ah yes," and this explains it. Are they following the Kids Mag trend of sticking big plastic gifts onto the cover too nowadays? I don't think the Beano does that. I think they're the only one that don't, but they might do. Shaman says, "Apologies if I'm a little slow to respond. I'm also lesson planning for tomorrow." Alright. I have no such excuse.
I've got you covered. Watch yourself. I'm coming.
Vladimir said, "I had to chuck out my collection eventually." Oh no, because there wasn't room to keep. Oh, you done it! Woo!
I mean, after like a million tries.
Oh, Vladimir, that is heartbreaking.
Don't you do a sad face at
If
me?
anyone within the sound of my voice ever throws away any Beanos again,
Oh no!
just get in touch first.
Am I gonna have to fight him again?
There it goes.
He gone.
Do you think it lives down here, or?
It's probably Corneo's pet.
Ugh.
We were dinner.
Hey, you don't believe that crazy story of his,
What was
do you?
that noise, Erin?
That was her doing his noise, doing the guy's noise from upstairs.
Take out Avalanche, would they? Destroying part of the city? Killing all those people just to get at us?
Yes, they would.
I don't know. Is Corneo the kind of guy who'd make up shit just to screw with you?
I wouldn't put it past him.
But if he was telling the truth, and there's still a chance he was, isn't there? Then we should go. And if it turns out he was lying, then so what? Right?
Tifa!
Run, stop running away from me.
So Vladimir said, I had to chuck out my collection of Beanos eventually because there wasn't room to keep them and I didn't read them anymore, but it was a right hassle because the paper recycling place said they couldn't handle that much all at once. Oh no. Fruitbat says, my grandparents had tons of old Beano annuals from the 60s and 70s, printed in black, white and one other colour, usually blue, red or green. Oh yes, yes, I love those ones. And he says, I shudder to imagine how some of the way late stuff will go. How some of the way late... What I'm interested to see. There were Beanos, Dandies and Simpsons comics in a massive cardboard box, says Vladimir. Oh yeah, no, Maeve saw one that was $4.99 a couple of weeks ago in a big horrible package with a Nasher face mask in it.
Yay! Oh,
Yeah, Nasher face mask, fine. Mickey Husky says, didn't read the Beano, I got Buster and my brother got Whizzer and Chips. Yeah, I was a Buster kid. I was so into Buster. Because he was really good. Being young, we did mistreat them and they fell apart and eventually they got thrown out. I mean, it depends. I don't know what era Buster I'm talking about. Like when I was reading it, so sort of 93 to, I don't know, 5 sort of era. It was really good.
Just had to make sure there wasn't any hidden stuff.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm pretty sure
Well, we know
can
there
use
is a
these
chest
tunnels to
somewhere in
make
the
our way
sewers.
back to Sector 7. The sewers under Sector 6 and 7 should be connected. If you get in trouble, just follow the stench.
Another one of those lessons?
An avalanche thing, actually. We use them to move around the Undercity in emergencies.
Sure we're not lost?
Positive.
So we're not following Stamped's nose this time.
Oh.
Give me that. No, it's just...
That's not it. We're looking for a weapon.
Ooh. Right, ladies. Yay! I've got my dream team. This is like my team. Like how in Mass
This won't
Effect.
take long.
Oh,
Not at all.
Vlad says, had a load of old annuals, but only kept the ones from 91. Very specific. Why 91? Oh, and classics from the comics was interesting.
Allow me.
Rennie said, what if Abzu? And then it updated and it's gone away.
oh no!
What if Abzu was the real Dennis? The forbidden third Dennis the Menace? Dr. Fruitbat did give some advice, saying don't forget Cloud and FIFA. And yes, it says FIFA. I assume that's a...
Deal with that.
Cloud and FIFA's combat techniques that use ATB. They're good for building stagger. And Rene says FIFA.
One more shot!
Yeah, my brain seems to really
It's a win, but still.
just sort of go to rubbish when I have to fight a boss.
Yeah. Eilif says, it seems like all kids' comics except the Phoenix are doing that nowadays. Could easily go without them, honestly. Just give me good strips. Yeah, that's the thing. For whatever reason, the people who, like, publish comics, or at least the people who, I don't know, are in charge of allowing comics to exist, they really have started to think that kids only want free gifts.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like, there were free gifts when we were kids. It's just there weren't always free gifts. And do you remember there was a time when free gifts on the Beano were, like, an event?
Oh yeah, I
Like-
remember buying a Beano because it had like a refresher on it.
Like a refresher bar?
Yeah, but also because it meant that I would get
Do
to
with a refresher bar.
Beano.
Well, yeah. Well, do you remember when they would have those things that were a little hollow hemisphere of rubber and you would turn it inside out, put it on the floor, and it would hop into the sky?
I got those from cereal boxes.
Yes, actually, but I think they came on Beanos as well at one point. I had one, and I was playing with it in assembly at school. And the teacher noticed, obviously. I don't know why I didn't think she would.
Yeah.
And so I was made to sit, like, behind her on the sort of stage area where she was doing the assembly.
Yeah.
Can you see the mistake she made? I was sitting behind her.
Yes.
So I didn't even slightly play with it less, except now the whole school was watching me play with it. Except the teacher, who couldn't now see that I was doing it.
Yeah. There's a thingy, there's a thingy, there's a thingy!
So my trick was to be exactly behind her and to make it come out of her head.
Yes.
Like she was a chimney. or a gun, shooting it up. Well, that doesn't seem like a weapon to me. Oh! You seen that? Cloud's got the Buster sword. So he's obviously into Buster as well. That was a free gift in 1997. It came free with an issue of Buster.
Okay, let's...
Imagine if it is. That's where he got his sword.
I gotta try out the new gloves. Gotta give it a go.
Ylif is going to allow the Lego comics stroke magazines that come with stuff. Yeah, obviously, that's fine. Yeah, actually, I remember there was... I've just realised when I first saw this begin, it would have been about, like, I don't know, quite, like 1990, I don't know, 1 or something. Around then. And I was in Smith's, and, like, high up on the magazine rack, like above all of the other comics, up where you have the Quiz Kids and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a Monster in My Pocket comic that came with a Monster in My Pocket, and it was really expensive. Like £1 or £2 or something. Well, I don't know how much it was, but it was ridiculous for a comic. Just absolutely no way. Like, you know, it's like looking at a video camera or something. It's like, there's no way I'll ever have this. But imagine if you did and you had a free, well, not free, Monster in My Pocket. A single Monster in My Pocket. I got loads of Monster in My Pockets, but this came with a Monster in My Pocket. Not an exclusive one, it was just a normal one.
Okay.
The okay of someone who has accepted all of that and is ready to move on.
I never got many Monster in My Pocket.
Didn't you?
I think I got any. I would have really liked them.
You would have.
Is there anything here? Why can I climb up here?
Vlad says, "Oh bugger! I just remembered there was a run of Lucky Bags comics." Oh wait.
Lucky Bags.
Okay, that's really familiar to me, and I think I had that. And I'm not gonna say out loud what mine was. You say what yours was, and we'll see if it's the same.
Oh, thank God! New music. New music. You know, if he put his sword on the floor, they'd all be able to sit down, wouldn't they? You don't even move the bucket for the ladies to sit, mate. Right, what's the music? The Oppressed.
The Oppressed. Vladimir says, we actually got some adventures with Dick Turtle and other mascots from the various flavours of Lucky Bags. Oh, I see. Lucky Bags, yeah, the sweets came with comics once. Oh, God.
Oh, that's really expensive.
Shaman says, oh, I've just remembered an incredibly obscure English language fact, if anyone's interested in it. I'm sure we are.
These are all expensive.
And then you finished the boss, and everyone went, nice one, Abby. Mickey Husky said, nice one, Abby. Shaman says, well done, Abby. Renee said, and got him. Yay, Abby says, little Xander, who's here. Hello, little Xander.
Hello, little Xander.
Hey McG says, I lost all my Marvel UK Transformers, Action Force, Death Head, and Dragon Claws when we moved to Nottingham some 30 years ago. Comics, that is. Oh no. Rennie says, did you end up getting Hard Edge back in Wall Market?
Can't remember. I don't know if I did.
Maeve said, I had a bunch of Beano, Dandy Beezer, and Topper annuals that my grandparents got me from various charity shops when I was wee.
But let's be honest, this isn't the only time I'm going to be playing through this.
If this is what
I've already started it again.
Yeah. They are probably awkward artifacts now. Remember a reprint of the original Dandy Monster comic setting off some discourse, because some of the original comics were very racist indeed.
We demolished those rats.
Moving on then.
Vladimir kept the 91 annuals because that's when I came into the world. Me, Sonic, and Undyne,
Yay.
apparently. Maeve says, also there's one comic in the topper whose title had a word that is very much a slur now. Oh, really?
Ooh.
I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm thinking.
Crab.
Shall I think through all the... Because I can't remember what was in topper particularly.
Too bad.
They all used to blend together to me. I never would have been like, oh, I want to read Beezer. Like, specifically Beezer and not Topper. You know what I mean? Like, today I want to read Whizzer and Chips. Like, they were just comics to me. I knew who was in the Beano. But apart from that, they were just comics. And to be honest, that's partly because across my childhood, different characters did actually keep swapping around in different comics and stuff. Oh god, those why are they still making them? They were just cheap, and they just printed them, and it was just a bit daft, and it was nice, it was fun, and all the people who made them are still around wanting to do them. Lou Stringer, he'd love to do that stuff still.
Yeah, but he is doing stuff like that.
Do you know what? Yes. He's alright, but like, there's only so many titles, whereas it used to be that there've been millions of them. I don't know why we can't just make it happen again ourselves. Like, I do. It's because I know what happens. It was because, and this was a trouble that the Phoenix used to have. The actual shelf space. I think this was led by Smith. I think they started this. The actual shelves became like ludicrously expensive to have your magazines be on. When Smith realised that they were like the be-all and end-all of the high street, they just like charged the earth for everything. So now, you know, those magazines are paying loads. Like the Phoenix couldn't afford to go on them for the longest time.
Sorry?
Actually, that might not be true. Maybe the Phoenix could, but a previous incarnation of the same concept couldn't. And that was why it like folded. So yeah, if you're printing comics for super cheap, but I also feel like if you're printing them for super cheap, you can sell more of them. Double dips on the Beano, says Vladimir. Oh, remember that?
I'm sure we'll be fine.
What?
A pack of double dip on the Beano. You got your big thick edible lolly stick, and you licked it and you put it in the dip.
What do you think Shinra's really up to?
Or was that? Which one was dip dab? Which one was double dip?
They've got to have an end game, but I can't imagine what it is. Destroying a whole chunk of the city just to get back at us doesn't make any kind of sense.
Yeah, I can't imagine any way they could profit from it.
Excuse me.
It's gonna cost them a fortune to rebuild.
Corneo's lying. He's gotta be. Guys like him do it all the time out of habit.
I'm in a spooky bit for some reason.
Vladimir says, yeah, so double dips on the Beano, took up half the cover, and the tape they used to stick it on would destroy the page. Yeah, you couldn't get that off.
No.
With Sonic the Comic, I ended up...
this is before magic tape.
I don't even know if magic tape would do it for that thin paper.
There he is.
There he is.
There's the evil little dog.
So, some of the... like, when we've had sweets, when we've had the pastels, and we've just recorded one where there was another pack of sweets on the front.
Right.
And the packet is still there because I kept the tape on.
Wow.
And I would just cut the tape
It's an antique.
where it left the page.
It'd be a miracle if it still works.
So I'm gonna press it.
Rene says, I've seen those, the weird hoppy hemispheres. It's Rio's bedtime. Rio's bedtime.
Get back.
That's my phone alarm going off. Emerald Chaos is here. Hi Dave, hi Abby, how are you doing?
Hello.
We're doing alright. Abby had a bit of a grump earlier because there was a boss. She's alright now. Yeah.
I got this.
Don't worry, Abby, you will go back to War Market at some point, so you can get that thing. The casual racism in the Beano, says Vladimir, continued while I was reading it. Every Les Pretend strip had a group of Japanese tourists. Guess what they called him? Oh no.
No, not bad.
And then Shammers with the English language fact. There is a plural for the word beef. Usually it's an uncountable noun. For example, we wouldn't say I have 2 beefs for my Sunday roast. However, if referring to heads of cattle used to make the beef we eat, they can be called 1 beef, 2 beeves. Many boof.
Many booth.
That's not what Shamus said. I've just decided it. Ilif Mackett correctly identified the previous version of the Phoenix. I don't know if it's a secret or not, so I won't say it on the air, but yes, correct, that. I don't think it is. Did you know it? Did you read it? Did you work on it? I don't know. Mickey says, I always ate all the stick before I ran out of sherbet. Oh, well. Yes, there's a difficulty there, because the stick is just fundamentally not pleasant to eat. But put the sherbet on it, and it's brilliant. I don't know why. The stick was made out of the same stuff that, you know, double lollies were made of. Were they called double lollies? You know the ones.
Dabs?
Yeah. You know those lollies that were like a fat round flying saucer on a stick, and it had a wavy line halfway up, and yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Might have to get some of them in. That chalky stuff. That was what the sticks were made of, but they didn't have the flavour, so they were just like flavourless, and you had to put the sherbet on. I don't know why they didn't make them out of the lolly stuff with the flavour and everything. That'd be. I think I did cheat the system by licking one of those lollies and rolling that in my sherbet, and I can very much remember the feeling of doing that, so I did do that. That's what you do. That's the trick. Jesus Christ Post is here. Hi folks, I see we did finish this and just not stream, Dave. Well, that is what we were going to do for a while. Yeah, we did play a bit of it by ourselves, but then just before we got to Wall Market, we just stopped for whatever reason, and just recently Abby was getting back into the mood again, so we thought, yeah, we'll
have the mood.
We'll pop the button on and we'll do it.
Oh, that's not the key. Okay.
Ilif Mackett says, subscribe to both it and the Phoenix for a good long while. I think younger me just noticed the same folks working on it and filled in the dots that way. Well, yeah, so the Phoenix, that's why it's called the Phoenix. Oh, wait. I don't know this for sure. I don't know if there's some story behind it, but the previous thing was great, but it just couldn't survive in the market because, like I say, Smiths were overcharging for shelf space and things like that. So they needed to rethink and come up with a better strategy for selling it, which obviously they did because, you know, it's still going now. But yeah, that publication closed, and then from the ashes came the Phoenix. Now I don't know if that's why it's called that, but it must be. Jammers is glad we're streaming again. Yeah, I mean, we've done little streams now and then that aren't this, you know. I've done a few Dizzy streams recently, and I would have done more were it not for this.
So this is where Sector 6 ends.
And where Sector 7 begins. Once we cross over, we can start looking for a way back to the surface.
Welcome to Team Avalanche's Sewer Fun, says Rennie.
Yeah.
Let's just try to make our way down this tunnel. See if we can't use those gates to clear a path. We can do this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't approve sewer levels.
Don't you?
Never.
Why not?
Sewers. Boring.
Well, you've changed your tune. You used to be a Turtles fan.
Well, that's...
Was that a big heap of poo you just ran through?
I don't know.
On the upper level?
Gotta stay.
Oh, clown.
All set.
Well, listen, Shammers, I can't remember much about you. I can never remember much about anyone. But the names stay, you know. You'd be like, oh yeah.
No surprises there.
Yeah, no, I have a very bad memory for... I used to actually have this problem back on the IRC days where, like, I knew a load of people on IRC, but I knew them as the people from this IRC channel. And I found it very difficult to tell them apart or know who was who and who did what or who said what. So I just thought of everybody as being from this channel as a collective. But it's different when you start to know them in real life. So I now know some of those people in real life, know what they look like and stuff. And then, no problem at all. Suddenly I know exactly who everyone is. And it's the same here. Like, once I start meeting people who come to my streams and people on my Discord and stuff, you know, and I get to know who they are and know their face and so on, then I'll remember a lot more about them. But yeah, no, I always remember names. Well, that was my other suspicion, Shammers, yeah, that I have, that I just don't know much about. Did you ever play Fast Food? That game's impossible. Yeah, of course. So what I want to do... Okay. So I've been playing the new Dizzy game. Oh, Jesus Christ Post is from IRC.
Don't hold back.
You got it.
All right.
I've been playing the new Dizzy game that they've just brought out, and if you don't know about that, have a look on my channel, Bulma Boops Buttons on YouTube. The videos are there of me playing it. Oh, right, I didn't know that. Yeah, Jesus Christ Post is Hicks, one of the very people I was referring to.
Hicks!
Yeah, back in the old sort of, 98, 99, 2000, maybe even up to like, probably after I left university. I didn't differentiate between any of the people on that IRC channel. PSP was the one who broke the spell, really, by creeping up on me and Abby in real life and saying our names really loudly. Anyway, and I think I was kind of rude in response to that, and it made him think that he shouldn't have done it. Well, no, because what happened was, so we were out walking in town, and this guy who had known on IRC for absolutely ages, known him on the internet, just recognised us. This is in Manchester. I think he was working nearby or something, and he was just there, and he just recognised us, and he went, David Bulmer and Abigail Ryder, and he meant, as in, like, hello, I'm your friend. But the thing was, though, that at that time, I must have done something on the internet that had got a few eyes on me at the time, because I got that a couple of times. And so all I could do was be like, hello, okay. Like, we were busy. We were off trying to find a chocolate shop that we wanted to take my mum to. And I thought that just like a random person from my YouTube comments or something had shown up, and I was going to be like, "Oh, hello, okay, we're a little bit busy, but hello." So I said, but I wanted to know who it was, but I didn't know how to I didn't know how to say, "Who are you?" without when it's someone you know. Like if I'd known that it was one of the people I knew I actually knew from IRC or whatever, I would have had no qualms about going, right, which one are you then, or whatever, like. Which one of you bastards are you? But sometimes with YouTube viewers, they can be really offended if you aren't. You know what I mean? If they might not expect a certain response of you, so you have to be like, "Oh, hello." So I was like, "Oh, hi. You don't know where this chocolate shop is, do you?" And he was like, "No, what are you about?" So to him, it was like the weirdest thing. He just said hi to people he knew on the internet, and I was like, "Hi, do you know the way to a chocolate shop?" or something like that. And eventually we just sort of just all sodded off in different directions. Because we were lost, weren't we? We were up in this industrial district somewhere or something.
Not really. Not that far off.
Yeah, we were. No, we weren't that far off, but we didn't know that because we were lost.
Yeah, but we weren't like Manchester lost. I knew the area.
Did you?
Didn't know where the chocolate shop was.
Why were you leading me round and round those cobbled areas then?
Because we knew it was around there somewhere, but I didn't know where exactly.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't in the end. I think that was it. I think we'd got the wrong address or something like that.
I think so, yes. Have I been going the right way?
Oh,
yes.
Now we should be able to get across.
Hey McG. Hey McG says, I had a very good friend. Hello, Hey McG. Don't think I've said hello to you yet. I had a very good friend from playing World of Warcraft that I knew was from Derby, but only knew his character name. It was a bit daft, stroke awkward, when he came into the Nottingham shop and we both had to say hi via our character names.
Aww. That's quite nice, though. I've done that before.
Hicks. I must have, because I've known the name Jesus Christ Posed for ages, so I must have once known that it was you and then just since forgot.
Me too. It's gotta be a trick. There's no way they'd go that far.
Oh, Tifa.
But what if Corneo really was telling the truth? We have to get there in time to stop it. We have to.
Right.
Let's stand here looking sad for ages.
What are you not telling me?
Huh?
Guys, come on. We gotta keep moving.
Coming. I'll go first.
On my way.
Prodigal says,
Here we go.
I reckon she'll make it across.
I love her sensible boots.
Prodigal says, I've had the opposite scenario. I saw an IRL friend's nickname in World of Warcraft and he was shocked when I whispered him his real name.
Almost there.
Jump!
Yes.
That was close.
Thanks. You see?
I just want them all to love each
Hear
other.
that, Cloud?
Is that too much to ask?
Come on.
Ares' awesome huge boots were always a thing I liked. It's like she's got this dainty, really nice dress, and then huge witch boots. Sorry. Keep coughing.
You better apologise.
Focus.
Still thinking
Focus.
about the plate?
Focus.
Yeah.
Okay, still worrying about the plate now?
Future isn't set in stone.
Worrying about it now?
That's what I always tell myself.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but she's magic.
I hope
She's,
you're
but
right.
not just magic as in got materia.
this
She's
then?
something special.
Okay, but they started playing her tune and she said nothing's set in stone. I think they're going a weird way with this remake, you know.
Maybe, but
I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it. I think it's going to be
story,
different.
Dave.
I know, and I think that's going to be the point.
Can I come?
I think we're going to get some weird reality divergent stuff.
Then it's
And
a
that's when
date.
we're going to get it. That's my theory.
You know who I have kind of fallen in love with a bit?
Yeah.
Is the
He'll be your pack, Chocobo.
What was that about me?
Nothing.
I love them. The lady. Oh no!
Huh? No way!
Come on, Tifa!
Sorry.
Oh, is this that bit where he falls off the bridge that time? Or no, we've already had that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Hold on tight! On three, okay?
He can do a flip up there.
He
He's
can do
fine.
magic a rabbit, 8 feet high.
Cloud is all backflips up ridiculous heights.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I hate it when they show you a sparkly in a cutscene and you're like, move, get out of the way, cutscene. I want to go and get the sparkly.
Where is the sparkly?
Off to the right, off to the right, off to the right. There.
No, it's not.
Abby, up there.
Oh, have I missed that? I missed that.
Well, I've just seen it now. You'd have seen it.
Maybe. Okay.
I reckon we'll go round for that.
Boxes.
Doobie-doobie-doop-doo. Not reading
just-
that out, Vladimir.
I know it sounds. I know it's mean, but I just think it's too important a story beat.
I know, I agree. I'm saying they would only. That's why I'm saying if they. Okay, so there's some suggestions that we've heard about or seen that there are theories that they're doing things differently in this one, and that might be what those ghosts are. That there's some kind of
They're definitely
timey-wimey.
doing something different.
Yeah. Well, if you were doing that and you were about to pull out a surprise that it's like, surprise, the old game is actually also canon to this, it's an alternate universe or timeline or something or something or something, that would be the point where you do it. Because for 20 years, the famous thing about this game, nothing else in the game, that's the one thing that everybody knows about it. If you were going to do that, that's when you'd do it. You'd subvert it there. Because everyone knows what's supposed to happen. So yeah, it is important to the story. And if you're telling the original story, you keep it in. If you're not, you subvert that.
I'm just going to save here, because this is the sort of thing that happens when there's like a boss up ahead.
Yeah.
I can always come back and buy some items if I need to.
Yeah.
And we'll see what's through the next bit, but then it is probably beddish time.
Amative saying, I'm trying so hard right now not to spoil you, Dave. Well, this game can't get that far, surely. Well, anyway. Um,
Have a little explore. Little explore. Kill the rats.
I've got this.
Kill the rats.
Don't you mean we've got this? That was close.
These are bad rats, though. I like rats otherwise. Video game rats are mean.
oh bird. We got 2 orbs of gravity.
2 orbs of gravity.
Oh,
Oh,
somebody's made a clip
a clip.
out of this broadcast.
Ooh.
Sorry about that. Oh, I hate it when they show you a sparkly in a cutscene and you're like, ah, move! Get out of the way, cutscene, I want to go and get the sparkly.
Where's the sparkly one?
Off to the right, off to the right, off to the right, there.
No, it's not.
Abby, up, there.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that. Oh, I'm going to be annoyed if I've missed that.
Bum
Same
bum.
time, I like progression. Second playthroughs are for collecting all the things.
Sure.
I'll protect you.
I'm pretty good at protecting myself, you know.
Always all the stuff at your feet.
Dum-ba-dee-dum-ba-dee-dum.
Lizardy!
Calling it.
Wizardy! Ha ha ha! You are staggered. And now you are dead.
Moving on then.
Siege feathers. The amount of rumours about like how to make that thing not happen. Cheat websites back when
Oh,
you could submit
yeah.
any old thing to video game websites and they'd think
Yeah.
it was true.
Oh, and it's it.
Even the magazines used to print them sometimes.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Not as like you can do this, but kind of like we've heard rumours that you know, knowing full well and leaning into the fact that it's just silly stories. But that would still make you wonder.
And everyone was going mad then. It was a real like early internet video game,
Yeah.
like just frenzy.
Oh, so I was saying about Dizzy. So I've been playing the the new game that they brought out. I want to start going through the old ones. I want to start showing everybody what, because that's what I grew up with. Dizzy was my big love, my big gaming love before Sonic or anything. So yeah, I want to start doing streams of all the Dizzy games, and maybe we'll do. What I've been thinking is, what if we started off with an old Dizzy and then played a new Dizzy, and that's the stream.
That'd be nice.
Like the new Dizzy, I mean. So we play the old one for a bit, then we fire up the new one, do another bit. Yeah, we could do that. That might be fun. But yeah, I played fast food. I had the so for my 9th birthday. So here's my Dizzy story. Then I can't remember who even asked me about Dizzy. Own up, hand up. Who asked me about Dizzy?
When set Dave off.
When I was 8 years old, I went into the
Chloe,
branch
Chloe,
of Smiths
Chloe.
in Ashby,
Give.
the town, and an orb of warding.
What do that?
A
do?
warb of warding. A wob 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 wob. Wob 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 wob. And in there, they had a display up for Dizzy games, but I'd never heard of him before, and so I just saw this like nice-looking cartoon character. It was I'm pretty sure it was the cover art for Magic Land Dizzy, and so therefore it was probably advertising the Dizzy collection that had just come out and that had the Magic Land Dizzy cover as its main box art. And then, a few weeks later, a demo Dizzy 3.5 into Magic Land came on a issue of Crash that we got, and I became completely obsessed with it. So for my 9th birthday, which must have been around then, I was given the Dizzy collection. I think I was even saving up for it or something, and then I was just given it. And it just changed my life. Like it changed my idea of what video games were, from these individual curiosities that were kind of weird and, you know, sort of similar to like just something you would have in your house, like you would have Cluedo in your house or whatever, or, you know, just odd things that you had in your house, but which I was particularly keen on. Dizzy was like the first time I started thinking in franchises, I guess. I started thinking in characters and stories in games. And yeah, fast food was in there. So the Dizzy collection was Dizzy, Fast Food, Treasure Island Dizzy, Fancy World Dizzy, Magic Land. Is that it? Yeah, so just one puzzle game in that first one, which was Fast Food, or Arst Ood, as the voice on the title screen called it. And I used to really like it. I couldn't get very far in it because so Fast Food. Well, you'll see me stream it, but it's basically it's a Pac-Man clone. But instead of dots, it's burgers and milkshakes and fries and stuff. But they're moving around on the map, what I really loved though was that if you got a certain amount of levels in, like 3 levels, it would play a hilarious little cutscene, which I now know are from Pac-Man. I think, is that right, or is it Ms. Pac-Man or something? But anyway, they were, whatever it was, they were replicated more or less exactly. I think it was the same joke. So it'd be something like, Dizzy would be running away from the monster, which is instead of the ghosts, and then the monster would go like and run the other way, and now Pac-Man would be blue and chasing it, while Dizzy would be really big or in a tractor or something.
Sure thing, Coach.
I think it was a tractor involved. But anyway, I thought they were really funny.
I like that now that Tifa and Aerith are hanging out. Tifa's getting in on making fun of Cloud.
Yeah.
That's good.
Alif Mackett says that they'd be up for watching a Big Egg stream.
Big Egg! Should we do Billy Hatcher as well?
Yeah.
The biggest egg.
Because then I can just call the stream a Big Egg. Wonder if you can emulate that.
That sounds like an Easter stream, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? But then so does Dizzy, really, when it comes down to it.
Well,
and so does Chucky Egg.
All of it, yeah. It's all eggy. And Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
That must be the way out.
It was Fruitbat who asked about Dizzy and has no regrets. As he says, Arsed Dude. I never thought of that before. I always thought it was Arsed. A-R-S-E-D-O-O-D. Arsed Ood. But yeah, Arsed Dude. I don't know why I didn't think it was that before. I guess it's the way that he says it. Arsed Dude. No, Arsed Ood.
Uh-oh. This better not be another.
Didn't the same people who made Dizzy make a game with a slug who had mech legs? I don't know about that. They made Steg the Slug, but I don't think he had mech legs.
Hey, Cloud. You want to give it a try?
This ought to drain the water. Right?
It's probably Steg the Slug, isn't it? I bet he got mech legs at some point in it. GameCube emulate's pretty okay. As their Siege, Maeve one-ups that. It's incredible these days. Alright, good old dolphin.
We can use the
Oh, it was Steg the Slug. I didn't know he had mech legs.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Steg was
I
like...
remember having to do this at the bar before.
Weren't you rescuing your babies or something?
Aerith, you mind giving me a hand?
Or feeding them or
Cloud,
something?
you stay put. Keep an eye out for
I'll
more
stream it
red
and find out.
lights.
Wait, I'm not sure.
Trust me, this is the best way to handle it. We'll be back soon.
What's next thing? What are they doing?
They're gonna clear the blockage.
I do like the... I love the...
Oh, good. I'm taking control of Aerith.
I love the green and red buttons along the line on that machine. I don't know why.
We're getting to do things without Cloud.
Yeah, Abby just wants to play a Tifa and Aerith game.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a little different from the one at the bar. More industrial?
Oh. Have Aerith open the valve. Tilt up to open the valve. The needle will start to swing. Have Tifa work the pump. While the needle is moving, repeatedly hit X to expand the target range. Fans have been demanding that Tifa work the pump for these 20 years. Have Aerith close the valve as the indicator hand swings back to the right. Tilt down with the target range within the target range to close the valve. Okay, so it's up, XXX, down.
Here goes.
Do that. Oh, is that? Oh, wow. Oh, that's fast.
Spectacular.
Oh, flipping heck! How are you supposed to?
Try to stay in sync.
Don't have a go. That's like even just accounting for button lag makes it hard to figure out when to press it. Oh,
Keep calm.
this
All good.
is a bit of lollopy knackers. I didn't know what I was going to say.
Each time work.
Oh yeah, lollopy knackers apparently is what I ended
There
up.
we go. It's not that bad.
That went well.
Vladimir says, I just noticed Tifa's abs. And Renee said, we all do.
Yep. We're always thinking about Tifa's abs.
Whoops.
Although Renee could have been replying to Mickey Husky saying they look like supermarket checkout lights. We all do. Siege says, if I remember...
Oh gosh, that's hard.
Siege says, if I remember correctly, there was a line in the original where, like, if you ask Tifa to look after Eris while you're doing a fight, afterwards Tifa says, Eris is alright in many ways.
Woo!
In the Shinra thing.
Oh gosh. Sorry everyone.
Abby's headcanon is like the size of Barrett's arm one.
Oh, I like that.
Oh!
Come on!
Could have gone better.
Right.
How did you mess that up?
Because I was thinking too much about my arm cannon. Jeez. There's some bugger out there who's done that right away.
I think that did it.
Shaman says, I always wanted to be a supermarket checkout light when I grew
Let's
up.
head back. Cloud's
What's a
probably
supermarket
doing
checkout light anyway?
Oh.
Oh,
It's worrying because we've been around the corner for 2 seconds, then...
you mean the ones where it's like the till's broken so it goes red? Look at them, I love those button lights.
Button. Chock-a-block, chock-a-block.
Button lights. The pump has been turned on. Well, I mean...
And so has everyone in chat.
Mickey says Abby just likes watching Tifa pump. Siege says, we all do. That says, I still wish they made her arms a bit more muscular. Not...
Yeah, that's my one, like... I know she looks very... She's got a very accurate build to the old game, but that was silly polygons.
That was an anime, yeah.
And, you know, I like the fan art I see online where everyone makes her very toned.
Yeah. Not just for my personal taste, he says. It just makes sense because she's the bruiser. She can suplex dragons.
Yeah, exactly. She's like that guy in 6 who can do that thing with the train.
Yeah.
Chill.
Alif Mackett says, Monkey's Paw Curls as we get a Tifa Aerith spin-off game that's just this pump minigame for 5 hours. That's not Monkey Paw, that's exactly what everybody wants.
We shall play it.
Calling ice.
Amative says Suplex Dragons, be a good band name.
Haha!
That's it.
I staggered you. You were staggered, and now you're dead.
Moving on then.
I like Cloud's casual potion animation. Watch this, Dave.
Okay.
Eh. I think, guys, if someone's gonna like flatten the slugs, we should go a bit faster. Oh, not again. Oh no!
I'll take care of them.
Don't you dare put me to sleep. It's further up than I thought.
My turn.
That's that.
God.
What?
Tom Holland and Timothy Chalamet are both reportedly the front runners to star in the
All right.
Wonka prequel.
Oh, come on. no! Just no.
Yeah.
Just say no.
Good night. See ya.
Nothing to it.
Nothing to it. Just that monsters made me fall asleep. I had quite a nice sleep actually. I'm distracted.
Oh, don't worry about it, Vidoc Shelton. Yes, you've missed most of it. I can't imagine we'll be going on for much longer, but
No, I'm
it was
gonna go a little bit.
it was just a normal one. It wasn't like yesterday. There was
No. We did have a bit where we threatened to punch a guy in the dick.
that's true.
It's good.
The dick.
The dick? Oh no, I'm turning into one of those.
Into one of what?
One of those YouTube things
Oh,
where I just say rude words all the time.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to kill myself.
Still in it.
Oh, you jerk!
Be careful.
Square Enix have recently yes, I heard about this. They've recently copyrighted the name Ever Crisis and the First Soldier and the Shinra logo, so more Final Fantasy VII games may be coming. Yes, it seems like an oversight that they haven't copyrighted the Shinra logo up till now.
Gotta heal
Wait,
first.
what's going on there?
That's it.
Calling ice.
Oh, come on! Yeah, please. Aw. Ladies. These guys are
I'm throwing in the towel.
hard.
Hold on.
Oh, bums.
So that's the way it's gonna be, huh? What the?
Help. Help. Help.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I suck! Man. That's a real pain in the bum. Oh, and another thing I did is I bought the classic Final Fantasy VII on my Switch.
On the Switch, yes. Do you remember yesterday we were saying how sometimes Abby gets obsessed with one particular game for a while?
That's me! Let's give you...
So yeah, she's been lying on the sofa between drawing today, playing a bit of Final Fantasy VII Classic, then turning around and playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then doing this because she's got another save file that she started recently to basically go from the start all over again and learn how to get good at the fighting.
Oh
but
my
like,
word.
Gotta do something.
it looks like you might have to do some grinding in this save file, doesn't it? Don't you? Jump.
Oh, he's got...
Can you fight? Everything's spinning. Come on, you can do it. I won't.
Yeah.
I'll take care of you.
No!
All right.
They keep doing that jump on me. Bad. Help!
Steady. Shatter.
No! Oh.
Gotta be careful.
Gotta get going. I'm gonna see a friend of mine.
Is that all you got?
Dang! Oh, these guys. I mean, I thought these guys were allergic and weak to ice, but maybe
Allergic
I'm
to
wrong.
ice. That's what it is now. They're allergic to ice.
Mhm.
If Mackett says played Final Fantasy VII for the first time recently via the Switch version. 'Twas a fun way to while away the December
It's
evenings.
lovely playing it on the little screen. It feels just right.
And what
Really nice way of doing
what
it.
Rene465 said is, wonder if First Soldier is going to be a Crisis Core remake or a Sephiroth game. But what I read with my stupid eyes was, wonder if First Soldier is going to be a Crisis Core remake or a spaghetti game. Might not be anything to do with Final Fantasy. It's just a spaghetti game.
Here we go. I'm healing it for the fight.
They stagger fast if you spam them with ice. Although that was replying to the fact that you had already said that they're allergic to ice.
I want to do, but they kept doing their bounce on me. Wow. I was trying to.
They were
cast
doing their bounce
ice.
on you?
They bounced.
Oh, bounce! They said bounce.
Alright, that one's staggered.
They blinded me with bounce.
Shut up.
Shatter. Get ready. See ya.
Cloud dresses as a chef with a silly fake moustache and attempts to make spag bowl. The game!
Yes.
Wouldn't that be great? And he has to talk to camera as well. It's like a cookery show. But he doesn't know how to cook.
He doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know anything.
Oh. I probably should be. Look, I'm really bad at blocking.
Shatter.
Bad.
Enough.
Rex. He's down.
Calling ice.
Go on!
Everyone slap him. Go on. Ares. Tifa. All slap him.
That's that.
There we go.
Perform the all slap.
Wow. A dumb. Some logic back. What?
Vladimir's come up with pasta, baked with these, passata, grated cheese, spaghetti.
I like the house song from the other day. That
Hang back. I'll go on ahead and secure the exit.
That's nearly just right. But spaghetti, that's not how you say spaghetti. We need to think of another name, another pastry name that goes there that is those syllables.
Oh, look at their gross faces.
For more. We're not delicious. Not even a little bit.
Tell him, Mary.
Get going.
No. Okay.
R.I.P. Clouds MP, says Rene465.
Go on, Tifa.
You too.
But there's too many of them.
Not for me.
Oh, Cloud.
No, you see again, lasagna. That's not how you say it. You emphasise the second syllable in lasagna.
Cloud.
We need something. It could be pasta bake. Pasta bake. That would work.
Come on!
Okay, we might have a good spot to finish here.
They say fair.
Yeah, I did miss some material.
Oh.
Blue, blue, blue.
Falero's just showed up late to the party. Hello.
Oh, Valero, no.
We're just having a bit of a knockabout, really. Nothing big's happened today. That was
No,
yesterday.
I died a lot.
Yeah, true.
It was fun though.
Well, then, oh yeah, pasta baked is in there. Yeah, pasta baked with these.
You know what we got for the next time?
What?
Spoopy.
Spoopy? Spoopy?
Understood.
Oh no.
The Avalanche mission's been approved. We ought to proceed as planned.
This is bullshit. What the hell are they thinking?
Threats to public order are to be summarily put down. This is what we've always done.
Summarily put down.
You two are better than this. Well, Rude is, not you.
Guess it's a little late to
Oh,
questions.
I'd completely forgotten there's a man named Rude in this.
Reno and Rude.
Rude
Yeah, Rude.
is his name.
He's a good boy being made to do bad boy things.
Just on patrol.
Don't worry. We'll make it in time.
There you go, spag bowl baked with these, and then you can end up on pasta bake. That's it.
Yeah, you know what we
Siege
got
has
next
got it.
time? Don't you dare run away. We've got a place to have a sit. Because that's the train graveyard.
Siege says the train yard.
And there's spooky ghosts there and weird monsters.
Rennie says 2 Aerith weapons and some fun ghost stuff.
Can't believe I missed some materia.
And this is a good time to end, apparently.
Yes. No, great. Because things are about to get super dramatic.
What? I don't remember any of this.
Do you not?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what's coming.
You're going to like the spooky bit.
Right?
Yeah, it's
Give me a
good.
hint about the spooky bit.
It's you're in a train. It's like an old train yard, and then there's weird ghosty monsters and stuff that are really creepy and eerie, and it's just cool.
No. Don't remember that.
Oh man, you suck. Right.
Okay.
Oh, I'm excited about doing that, but we won't do it tomorrow.
Okay.
If we've got time, we'll do something else tomorrow. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, although probably if we're not doing one of these tomorrow, I will be like, and not want to do one tomorrow. But we'll do another stream of things soon, such as Dizzy and this. Anyway.
Yes, that's all fun. I don't know, maybe I should do some grinding.
You definitely should. But where can you do it? Like just about all the encounters in this are scripted anyway. I don't know how
But
you
to be
could
fair,
possibly get further than this.
Once I got the hang of those fights, it was fine. Like once I figured out a way to deal with it.
But you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you only really encounter fights in this when you've gone on a go to the fight quest.
True. You never like grinding anyway.
No, I don't. But it seems like it might be necessary. But there's nothing to fight.
I think it'll be fine. Yeah. Right. Good night, everyone.
Bye, everybody. That was nice, wasn't it? Bye. More Fuff7 another day. Bye. Abby's trying to turn